have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet. Don't know who you're going to meet, who you're have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, 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 who you're going to meet.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. How is everybody? Zeppu, hello. Good to see you in the chat. Momi Robble, good to see you as always. Dust off those keyboards, exactly. Manny, hello. How's it going? It's been a while. It's good to see everybody. I have been a little busy recently. Happy Pride Month to you as well, Manny. Keeping well, Bedford Gaming. Thank you for the follow earlier. Appreciate that. Yo, we are 49 people away from 1,000 followers. That's crazy. And here's the reason why it's crazy. It's crazy because I have done zero promoting of this channel on the Futures ecosystem. None. And I did that on purpose. I wanted to keep it small to begin with, test things out, see how it went. And I'm proud, man. This is great. Sonal, hello. Good morning. I'm a little bit exhausted this morning, largely because we ran out of coffee. There's no coffee in our house. So probably halfway through the stream, my wife is going to run in here and like drop 4 pounds of coffee on my desk right here. I can't wait for that to happen. It's so sad, right? Oh my God. So what have you guys been up to? It's been a week since we streamed last, so I'm excited to catch up. Any big moves happening? Anybody get a new job or land a new client? What's going on? Jordy, thank you for the follow. Start over. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. It's on the way though. It's on the way, hopefully. God. Little details on the site. The site has been progressing nicely. I'm into the weeds, so I'm into the really kind of boring stuff where I'm making sure that the sliders work. And hey, why don't I just share my screen with you guys so you can see? Pull it up real quick. All right, so the big visual changes that we have, I've added a button up here. So this is kind of a call to action to collaborate. I don't know if that's going to stay. I'm kind of experimenting with like just ditching the logo altogether. But on the published version of the site, we've got these cards, which actually move now, which is nice. And the same thing happens over on resources. So we've got these cards that move around. So it's coming together. I'm just about at the point of taking content and putting it in the site, because right now I've used pretty much all placeholder content. So I've got to write case studies and work in Photoshop and build out those image library. But like, for example, last night, these galleries, they always kind of cause a problem. So I worked on getting these to move right for about 2 hours. So it's just kind of boring stuff like that, which is why I'm not really streaming that stuff. But when I find something cool, like when I'm into the Photoshop work of, putting together mock-ups and stuff like that, then we'll start taking a look at the site again. This weekend, I think I'm going to stream the process of animating my light mode and dark mode button, because it works. It just doesn't move. Like it's supposed to turn into a sun on light mode and then back to the moon in dark mode. So all that good stuff is coming. Super big fan of your work. Started Design Studio coming up two years ago in October. Right on. Oh, great. That's great. Yeah, where are you from? Bedford? The one that got away. Thank you for the follow. And you guys don't lurk. I don't bite. If you have any questions, if you want to grill me, feel free. Oh, in the UK? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, my wife and I want to head over there as soon as we can travel. So we'll do, typical tourist things. But I want to hit Edinburgh. I want to hit London, that kind of stuff. So, what are you guys doing? Christian, hello. What have you guys been up to? For us, it's a lot of internal moving pieces over at the Futur. We just onboarded our first community manager for the pro group, which is awesome. His name is Andres, and I can't roll my R's, so there's that. The pro group is growing. I think we're over 500 members right now, which is incredible. And we just needed somebody to help us kind of manage everything and make sure that people were getting into the pro calls and into the clubhouse rooms and all that kind of stuff. So getting him up to speed was a lot of fun, and now he's off to the races. So it's always nice to welcome a new member of the team. What else is going on with the Futur? Making big changes on our payment processing. So we're starting to work with Stripe and pulling like a Stripe direct checkout into our website. So that's a big project, and hopefully it's going to help us, sell more courses in quantity, because right now you can't add things to a cart. You have to buy things one at a time. So we're hoping to make that change pretty soon. Oh, appreciate that. Bedford. No, serious. Good morning. Zach, good to see you. Zach, I saw you purchased a book about speed reading that you don't have time to read. I had a good chuckle about that this morning. Started my first freelance design project. Hey, congratulations. Doing it for someone you know? Okay, that might be tough, but good job. Super nice that it's the case that it's helping me really refine my processes. Great. So did you do a friends and family discount? Because I have an opinion on that. For me, I'm either doing something for full price or free. Like the friends and family discount doesn't ever work out. It's not enough motivation for me to get up in the morning and work on the project, and it's also not as valued by the friend or family. So if I'm going to help somebody out, it's just going to be for free. And I like that there's flexibility there. So if I need to table it and work on something else, I can. I'm doing it for free, dude. Hey, Mustafa, good morning. It's just sitting there mocking you, the book about speed reading. Yeah, has its moments. But honestly, like working with friends and family is a good learning experience, because you can try stuff, you can feel more comfortable as you're trying new things, like incorporating new processes, and they'll give you hopefully good feedback. So there is one advantage there. But it's really nice to be able to go from friends and family and the people that you know to someone who you don't know, because there's a jump in respect for clients that kind of come in cold, which is awesome to feel, because the worst thing in the world is to work with somebody who knew you when you were like waiting tables. Because it's like, oh, well, you're just starting with graphic design, whereas new clients will come in and they'll see you as a designer and nothing else. So I think we need to get to work. What are you guys going to be working on today? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to be working for coffee soon, hopefully. Just waiting for that door to open. James, hello from the UK. Hi. Today, we're going to be doing something weird, and kind of fun. Get organized here. Gotta put Olivia away. By the way, look at Olivia. She's looking good. Put her away so that we don't get her messy. All right. Today we're going to be working on a title card for the show about my website. And the series is called Built by Hand. It's, season 1 of this thing is 6 episodes long, and it's just sharing the process. The same thing that I've been streaming for you guys. And we called it Built by Hand because I want to communicate that this is just like, the rough and bumpy process of going through things, where I'm gonna share everything. Like we just cut the first episode, which I'm stoked about, and there's moments in there that I'm kind of down. You know, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if I'm doing something that's going to be worthwhile. So I'm trying to share the process in a more human way, and instead of like, you know, going for a case study where you see the polished result only. So what we're doing today is we're working on a title card, and the title card has to have kind of, I don't want to call it a logo because it's not a logo. It's really just the name of the series set nicely, I guess. So the vision behind this is like, I want it to be super rough. I want it to be completely hand drawn, and I want it to be just totally imperfect. So the beautiful thing is that I am a terrible lettering artist. So it's kind of a perfect fit that I sit down and do this thing with a whiteboard. So we're going to be working on a whiteboard today. We'll take it into Photoshop, and hopefully we'll get things kind of put together. Andy, thank you for the follow. All right, what are you guys working on? Let's see. Social media strategy plan. Interesting. Zach, are you doing that for your personal stuff or for a client? Mel is working on a website, ... That sounds exciting. You don't sound excited at all. Andy, exporting and uploading motion projects for work. Nice. Motion projects, eh? I wanted to animate this, but I don't know how. So I think we're not going to do that for the first episode in the trailer. So sharp. Yeah. Olivia's looking good. So you're wrapping up some projects, which are really cool. Implementing some more changes from a recent rebrand, as well as hoping to hire a new designer. Excellent. Good job. Yeah, that's an exciting journey to go on. Tom, hello. Good to see you. All right, so I started sketching something out last night, and I was like, you know, I should really stop here and stream. So I'll show you what I did so far. Am I looking to hire a freelancer for the title animation? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It depends on Greg's bandwidth. So if you're an animator, shoot me a DM on what is it? Discord. There's so many of those things. All right, let's go to overhead view. All right, so here's the template that I started drawing last night, and we're working on a cheapy whiteboard. This is actually how I've done all of my titles for my YouTube channel. I literally draw it on a whiteboard and then take it into Photoshop, invert it, and I keep all that kind of like messy stuff. So guys, this process is going to be incredibly imperfect, totally off the cuff, and I don't know, it may suck, but that's okay, because if it does, I have a handwritten font from Creative Market that we can fall back on. Oh, right on, Noah. That's helpful. Mel, looking for some excitement with you, Ben. That's funny. Chromosphere, thank you for the follow. Y'all, we are 46 people away from 1,000 followers. This is huge. All right, so the show title is Built by Hand, and I started marking out last night these like spaces for the letters. So I don't know. I'm trying to do this like thing where the word built and then the word hand kind of wraps around the by. It almost looks like a built Ford Tough thing, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. Oh no, what have I done here? Hold up. Okay, not really. Yeah, I don't, it's similar, but it's not the same. All right, I just didn't want to emulate a freaking Ford logo. All right, so let's see. Move my mic down. And again, I am by no means a lettering artist, so this is going to be fun. to watch. Do you guys ever just like try new stuff like this where you're totally uncomfortable and you recognize that it's probably going to be bad? Just like, you know what? Let's do it. Kind of goes back to like when I was a kid. You know, when I'm hanging out with my daughters, sometimes I'll ask them like, "Hey, can you dance, or can you know how to sing?" And the answer to them is like, "Of course," because they have no like filter as to like what's good or what's, you know, like, of course I know how to sing. And I wish we could all maintain that confidence throughout life. It's like, of course I know how to draw letters. It may not be the letters that you respect, but you know, we'll try it. Ooh, that was bad. So I'm doing this on dry erase for a reason, and I'll show you in a second when I pull it up to the camera. Okay, so you see that texture that you get inside the letters? When you invert that is going to be so cool. And it's unlike any texture that you can recreate with like a texture pack or even ink. It just doesn't look the same. And I've spent like the majority of my career in front of a whiteboard working with clients, so it's kind of appropriate. Anybody an actual lettering artist? Like, anybody do this for a living in the chat? Hey, hello from Baghdad. Loving the overhead setup? Nice. That's how we learn, yeah. We have a lettering class, and the instructor, Nils Lindstrom, is kind of a legend in the space. And he walks in the first day. He's like, "Are we rolling?" I'm like, yeah. And he walks up to the blackboard. He picks up a piece of chalk, and with a piece of chalk on the blackboard, he draws perfect black letter. Perfect black letter. Like, I have never seen anything so amazing in my life. He comes out from the, you know, he walks in, and if you can imagine, it's just this, you know, brilliantly bright, sunny California day, and he just walks in, picks up a piece of chalk, and then bam, the full alphabet in black letter, off the cuff. No guides, no nothing. It was just absolutely incredible. Yeah, magic. Also, this form kind of, you know, using dry erase, it keeps me from getting too ridiculously obsessed with the details, because you really can't refine things. Like, you see, I'm trying to refine the B, and it wipes more away. So that's why I love it. It's like, this is just going to be just a rough piece, and it might not work. We'll do a couple different versions of this. Actually, I kind of like that. There we go. Okay, so we could go straight over with this R. That wouldn't be very much fun. Let's try going down. You started out with graffiti, so lettering is comfortable. Nice. The blend of art and adrenaline with graffiti is awesome. I don't know, maybe something like that. See about it when we take things away. The word built is kind of funny because we got this giant space in between the L and the T. Doesn't look especially great. I think we're gonna have to bring those together. And maybe even decrease the width of this to kind of match. Yeah. Going artsy in here. Yeah, exactly. Doing some crafts. And then when we take a picture of this, like all the drywall dust kind of, you know, it comes with the photo, so you get this kind of natural grain. I don't know. I like it. So you really can't be too fussy with this stuff. It's a terrible medium. Terrible medium. A texture is something I've been trying to achieve on a project. Markers and some really rough paper. Oh, cool. Yeah. Try it out. I forget where I got this technique. I called it a technique. That's so funny. It's not a technique. It's just something I've played with for a couple years. But I've never tried to make like a composition like I am doing right now. So this is something kind of new. Sorry if I keep bumping the mic. It's just gonna happen. We can refine anything in Photoshop too, so I'm not too worried. Although, did you guys see Matthew Encina's story last night? He posted something by Seth Godin that I thought was like really cool. So the most expensive time to edit a movie is in post. And so the gist of it was, actually I think this is probably too far down. The gist of it was, don't wait. Treat it like there is no post-production. I don't know, that's kind of cool. Oh, I just took it all away. There we go. That's funny. Okay, I really gotta stop messing with that because I'm just gonna pull all my ink off. Oh no! How's the house coming? The house is coming along great. I am so thrilled about that because the roof is on. Not on fire. The roof is on the house. For those of you guys who don't know, we are building a house. Right now, this office is in my in-laws' house, where we're just kind of camped out, hanging out, loving the rent-free life for a little bit, you know? All right, I think in post, fortunately, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move by over and go ahead and recreate this at the similar width, because what's happening is this T, because I forget what this is called. It's not a descender. But this bar of the T ends here where, you know, the crossbar ends over here. So if we take the word hand and move it all the way out here, it's going to look like it's kind of sticking out a little bit. So we'll move things around. Only Addison, hello. So what we're doing is we're making I guess a title card for a new YouTube video, and just kind of seeing how it goes. All right, so let me put some new tick marks here. Okay, that looks about good. I'm being really precious about this first one. The second one is just going to be my handwriting. We'll try that a couple different ways. And then we'll take it into Photoshop and see what works best. Okay, so since there's 4 letters, we can just divide this stuff in half. Once again, let's just disclaimer this. If you want to be a lettering artist, do not learn from me, please. Should all designers use the MX Master Mouse? No, not at all. Use what's right for you, you know? I like it because it connects to multiple computers. And also the buttons. Oh, the buttons. Do you guys remember Emmanuel from the Building a Brand series? He was our lettering artist extraordinaire. Classically trained calligrapher from Italy. And I'm sure he's crying right now. That A feels kind of sharp. I kind of want to go a little bit more square on that. Yeah, that series was so much fun. You'll see a lot of the footage from Building a Brand in this Built by Hand series. We used a ton of B-roll from that, and reviewing that stuff was it was a blast. I'm gonna go like right here. And I talked to Josh the other day. He is doing awesome. The brewery is absolutely lighting off. Super happy for that guy. This marker is fresh. There we go. Got some cleanup work to do here. Is that trippy autofocus? What happened? I bought a new lens for my overhead camera. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we should be looking a little bit crisper. Also, I realized that with this top-down view, because it's a different camera, if I turn the LUT on, all of a sudden you lose all the like definition in the white, so you can see like that side kind of disappears. So just keep it off. It's better. Mo better. Oh, this is... I wanted rough, and it is rough. Let's see what we can do. All of the motion designers that were like, oh man, is he hiring a freelancer for motion design? Like, how do I delete a message? Just joking. Just joking. Maybe have the top of the A slope like the L. Oh, that'd be cool. Let's go ahead and lose this here. See if we can do this. I don't know. I don't know if this will work. We'll see. Snap a couple photos and see how it goes in Photoshop. This is the bad marker. Bad. You know who I bet is pretty good at this stuff is John Beatty. He's a member of the chat sometimes. He did comic book inking for years. So I don't know if he's got any lettering experience. John, you in the chat? That D is so wonky. We have seemed to have lost the arch. The A is really bugging me. I wonder if we go more square, if we'll be able to bring in the arch. We've entered a whole new dimension with the autofocus. Right on. Well, cool. Thanks. It's fun. fix where my man paw smudged everything here. There we go. All right, how are we gonna do this A? We go something like that. It was good until the crossbar. Crossbar's too high. That's kind of cool. Let's fix this real quick. I don't know. That might work. I want there to be texture, but I don't want there to be like too much texture, you know? All right. I think that's about enough. I think we're ready to pull this into Photoshop. So let's go ahead and take a picture. Go over here. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. The whole theme of the series, I think I literally say it in the trailer, is might work, might not. Okay, so I'm literally just taking a picture of it with my phone. And then we'll bring it in Photoshop in a second. Kind of want to do one more version though. So we'll go here, there, there. How do I have the overhead camera mounted? It's on one of those. Oh, doesn't that break your heart? It's on one of these kind of extension arms. Here, I will take a picture of it. I'll show you. Right there. So that's the EOS RP. It's got the 35mm 1.8 lens on it now, which is exactly what I needed, because before I was using the Nifty 50, but it wasn't the RF mount, so I was using this bad boy. But this has an ND filter in it. This is like an adapter, and the ND filter actually, you know, darkens the image. You can see right there, it's like a set of sunglasses. So even though the picture was all right, it was hard to get the exposure right. So upgraded the lens and then took the LUT off, and that helps a lot. The LUT is what I've used to like color the camera, so you can kind of see it here where it brings out the reds and the orange. Like my skin tone looks a lot more natural versus, you know, here's the LUT Here's without the LUT, you know, so it kind of layers on good color, which is great for, you know, the main shot, but it's bad for the overhead because you lose a lot of definition in the white. Okay. So the other thing that I was kind of toying around with was the diamond shape. So something like that. But I don't know how the letters will fit in there. Because usually with these, you start off with like a little dot here. Then you go kind of thinking it's going to be too long. Because if it's by hand, yeah, that's going to be too long. You might be able to stack it. What other crest shapes have you guys seen out in the wild? I'm willing to try pretty much anything at this point. DCC style? What is that? Yeah, we might be able to do something like this where we divide it in half. Then maybe this. Something like this, and then we go I could make it work, but I don't know that I want to. Ben just drawing bits, trying to get us thinking about donate. I guess that is a bit shape, isn't it? Like that. You know what we could do? We could set the type inside of a diamond in Photoshop. Have I always sketched my ideas using a whiteboard? How do you prefer it to, say, sketchbooks or digital? Sketchbooks are great. I have tons of those. I like these guys by Baron Fig. These are new, these are empty, but you know, these are my favorite notebooks, and I've got just tons of them. This is my active one, but it's got some sensitive things in it. But no, I love sketchbooks. This is when I was sketching out my monogram. And some other stuff, I don't know. Some kind of old client work. See, there's a cool shape right there. This is Willow's drawing here. I don't know, but what the reason why I'm using dry erase is really because of the texture. So like when the texture, like you just can't beat it. And I'll show you when we pull those photos into Photoshop. It's like, dude, the texture of that is incredible. All right, let's just do a couple of just my hand drawing. We'll just go kind of sloppy here. Oh, thanks. You put some shapes in Discord? Nice. And honestly, the cell phone shots actually, they work just fine. For a while there, I was taking a picture with like a DSLR, but I don't know, maybe it's hacky, but like it works. So what this is, it's a title card for a YouTube video. Where can I buy one off this? Like a whiteboard? I don't know. I think this one came from CVS or some pharmacy. All right, let's do one that's like super tight. Problem is that like the top of the B, the aperture always closes in when I'm doing these things. Yeah. All right, let's pull one shape from Zach's Discord note. All right, let's pull this up here. Ooh, there's some cool ideas. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what's going on. These are pretty cool. All right, so like that one. This reminds me of Boy Scouts. Oh, these ones are always cool. We built across the top, the word buy, and then hand as the base, or the opposite. Just go huge, like built at the top, and then buy in a shape, and then hand in kind of like small spaced out letters below. That could be cool. Then there's a random Pantone in there. What are you sending me, Zach? Oh, is that what you're talking about? Draplin Design Company? Yeah, I think somebody said DCC. Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Oh, too far. All right, let's try this. Let's try this this shape here, and then maybe this one. Man, I had back in the day, no. Before we moved, I had some incredible books. One was Ephemera. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but if you're into this kind of badgy stuff, I'm trying to pull up the book right now. Oh man. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was this Kickstarter book where this dude took pictures of his collection of ephemera throughout the last 200 years, and it was amazing because he was taking these macro shots of like denim buttons from the early 1900s, and they had the most amazing typography on them. And the book is packed. As soon as I can get over to the storage unit, I'm gonna grab some of my design books so that we can check some of that stuff out. But that has been such a great resource for me. And it's the strangest thing. It's a self-published book, so it's kind of like the printing's not great, but the content is awesome. All right. Pull up the shapes, and we'll get back to it. Focus. Here, let's hit the button there, see if that helps. There we go. That was a transition, guys. It's a really fancy transition. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I kind of want to go with this bad shape like that. Whoop. That John. So I'm thinking we go at the top, the word built, and then maybe we have like a circular shape here, and then the word by, and then we just do something like that. So these letters are gonna have to be like expanded. So like the H is gonna have to be like this. Something like that. Do you guys follow John Contino? He's another one of my heroes. That dude is awesome. He does a lot of this like rough hand-drawn stuff. To get this just right, we may have to bring this in Photoshop to kind of combine all these elements, because I could take each one of those and then just trim them out and then position them around the circle. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the word built. I had an amazing talk with Mr. Cup. If you're not familiar who Mr. Cup is, he's a designer, and he kind of dabbles in the playing card arena and has made some incredible things. His style is very ornate. It's very detailed. It's very like turn of the century kind of, fleur-de-lis and gold leaf and all this kind of stuff. Mr. Cup, check out his Instagram. He's got some amazing stuff. His research is off the chain. Like the way that he does business is great. I actually did not make this long enough, so I think I'm gonna go and just add one more letter to the side. and then we'll bring this into Photoshop. So, Mr. Cup and I were talking. I interviewed him for the series, and I was asking him all about, where he finds inspiration. And he lives in France, and they have these what they call paper shows, where everybody brings together like paper goods that they've collected over the years. So he has things like bills of sale from 1910. All sorts of really cool stuff. And they just have these events. France, apparently. Anybody from France? Anybody been there? To one of those conferences? I think Draplin made that stuff, the retro stuff popular. Like he brought it back into vogue, more into the public eye. But if you dig, there are some incredible artists that are doing really amazing work. That's got a level of authenticity that's just incredible. Annie Adkins, I'm sure if you guys followed what is it, Adobe Max last year, you might have seen her talk. She's a prop designer for movies. And don't get me wrong, I got love for Draplin. Like, we interviewed him and he was like, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me that I'm your father. Uh-oh. Looks like something weird is going on here. Oh no. It says unstable. Are we back? We're back. Okay. Weird. Yeah, it just said unstable and started flickering, and then now it's back to excellent, which is weird. All right. Okay, so let me know in the chat. Should we go to this kind of eye or this John? What do we think? Should we put some, I don't know what you call those, like serifs on the eye, or just leave it as is? Let me know. Oh, it says everybody reload the page. Wow, the viewers just fell off too. That sucks. Bummer. Little serifs? Okay, let's try it. Okay, so I probably want to start at the top here because it's closer to the side of the U. Yeah, that looks cool. Are they serifs? I don't know if they're serifs. There might be something else. Take the U a little bit lower than the baseline. We'll clean it up in a minute. Let's see. think there's another word for that part of the eye. Someone want to look it up and let me know? It's gonna be fun to bring this into Photoshop and just see how wonky these letters are. Put it against a grid. That'll be fun. Slab. No, but I think that you can have I, like capital I's, that do that even outside of a slab font. I think it's like a special case. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's kind of cool. Hand it built. I'm just going to take a photo of the pieces of what we've done so far. Only thing about the whiteboard thing is you kind of have to be careful about like those little like the light reflections and stuff like that. I thought it would look cooler than it did using those, and it did not. I think I'm going to redo the hand there. Don't dead open inside. That's funny. What is that from? Shaun of the Dead? Is that what it is from? See all that stuff that like gets all over the place? This like the black the dust. It's all over that board. The camera picks that up and it actually makes a really cool texture. Shaun of the Dead? What did I say? Dawn of the Dead? Y'all, if I get this far and I have misspelt the word built, that's on you guys. That's 100% on you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do the word buy. I'm not your spell check. But I need it. That's gonna be like the first YouTube video, or the YouTube comment on that video. Guys, you misspelled the word built in the title. Alright, and then we'll make some shapes. Redo the word hand, and then we'll go into Photoshop. I think we'll have a winner here. This is kind of cool. It definitely is handmade then. Yeah, right? I found that there was a term for that when you've been staring at a word or something, or staring at something for so long that it starts to look really weird. That's like a thing. There's a name for that. The phone case is the pull strap. Yeah, pull strap. It's got cards in the back. I broke the crap out of it last night. I dropped it. Didn't hurt the phone, but the case is toast. Need a new one. Okay, just got to redo the word hand, and we are golden. I think I'm actually gonna stack the letters a little bit so that I get a good consistent width. Try one in small scale so that there we go. Is that coffee? Holy smokes. I love you. You're the best. There's coffee now. Awesome. 2 cups. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Ooh. Semantic satiation. Oh, This one could use a heat up if you're feeling really extra generous. This one's good. Yeah. Yeah, we can show them the bag of coffee. My wife wants yeah, you want someone to look at me the way Ben Burns looks at coffee? Yeah. At least wants like a line on the floor so she can get close enough without being on camera. Largely because she lost the typing test that one time. Oh, you did? We'll have to have a rematch. Okay, so semantic satiation. Typically from the repetition of a word, it loses its meaning, and the way that it normally sounds in context begins to fade. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Phone case is great. It's I've loved it. I've beat the crap out of it. The only problem is that like the plastic piece inside the leather shattered. Like I don't mind putting some, you know, bumps and bruises on the leather, but man. All right, let's take a picture of this here. This here. And I'm gonna start to work on bringing these into Dropbox so I can pull them into the computer. Need a zip line over my head so she can zip in without being visible. The real question is, am I the person that replaces the case now or just go, I'll risk it? Okay, let's talk about this. We're going top down for this. Here's a phone case, right? Phone case is great. Love it. It's awesome. It has some dings. But look at that exposed corner. This is a macro lens, so come on, Canon. Here we go. Look at that exposed corner. Look at how shiny that is. If you drop it on that corner, it's fried. It's done. It is absolutely done. And I think that Apple knows that we drop our phones right there in the corner, which is why the bezel around that thing, like the edge, is so shiny and nice. Because it shows every single scratch. I don't know. I need one of those like tough phones. Yeah, exactly. Just risk it. Okay. Poll in the chat. How many of you guys are just straight up naked phone carriers? Like you just carry it like this. You don't even care. Thank you. Love you. You're the best. I have never been able to trust myself with this. Like right now I'm sweating. Case purely because it's your wallet too. Okay, absolutely. For sure. Having the cards on the back is great. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. Like there was some people at Blind who used to just pull out their phone and they'd like whip it out of their pocket like this, and there was no case on it. And every time I was like, whoa, you know? Matthew B, no case? Oh my God. You've never been a dropper? Just repair it? Okay, yeah, but like, how do you repair the bezel being scratched? You know? I don't know. I like the way that it fits in the pocket better, but I could never trust myself at all. Matthew over on YouTube hasn't used a case in a few years. Have you broken phones? You get a new one next year. Yeah. We're every other upgraders. Like we've got the 11 right now, and we probably won't upgrade until the 13 or whatever the next one is. All right, excuse me while I head over to Dropbox and start migrating these things in. With Mac, AirDrop is great. But with this, Windows, like with the PC, it's gonna be tough to do that. So let's see. Okay, upload and images. Okay, we're uploading. Your 11 Max has been holding up well. Oh, that's good. You like the fingerprint scanner, huh? I've been a fan of the face recognition thing. I like it. You have a 5C laying around? Oh my god. That's a little dated. Matthew's broken them with cases, not without. Interesting. My wife actually, Elise just dropped her phone while we were on a walk in an OtterBox case, and it fell flat on its face and broke. Like the screen is cracked now. And that happened yesterday, the day before, something like that. Hey, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you on stream later. We're almost done uploading. Got 3 more to go. Okay, yes, it is annoying when you wear a face mask. That is for sure. Should we do the live stream during WWDC and watch it together? When is it? Let's see. Hey, Dwight. I love your name. First time here. Good morning. Good morning. So they're bringing it back. They're bringing the fingerprint scanner back. That's the rumor, huh? Okay, let's see. It is on June 7th, which is Monday. Ooh. Let's see. June 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. my time. And that, no, I can't do that. That's when our company stand-up is. Maybe we can tune in later and you guys can catch me up. Yeah, I usually like to go to those things. Hey, Base 10. Good to see you. Rather buy a new keyboard, right? Which, by the way, now that I've got the overhead camera fixed, Canone build is coming. Friday or Saturday, depending on what's going on. I'm trying to convince the family to let me stream like later at night, so yeah. Tons of cool iPad stuff. Final Cut comes to iPad. That'd be interesting. Do you guys use Final Cut Pro over Premiere? I've been using Premiere for a long time, but I hear it's a lot slower than Final Cut. WWDC is the Apple Developers Conference. But do they typically announce hardware stuff there? I can't remember. They have so many of these events going on that I lose track. I used to be one of those Apple developer insiders or whatever, and I used to get these giant books of CDs in the mail, and the CDs would have like beta versions of programs that they were working on and stuff like that. It was really cool. Yeah, software features for WWDC. I got a lot of hate for Premiere as well. It's so bloated. Varun, hello. Over on YouTube. Good to see you. Yeah, keyboard stream. It's happening this weekend for sure. Gonna build this beauty. It's the Canone or Canone. I'm not really sure. 65 from Kinda Keyboards. And we're gonna put GMK bleached on it, so it'll be white on white. So good, so good. Yeah. Andy, thank you for joining. All right, guys, I think we're about uploaded, so we can start jumping into Photoshop now. Let's go ahead and pull this. Navigate to my Explorer. I'll share my screen in 1 second, just kind of figuring out where these uploaded. Okay, we're syncing to the computer now. AirDrop is so much better than this. Keeping everything in Adobe is convenient, though I have to say, like, it seems like with Premiere's on its own kind of island. I guess it works well with After Effects, but I'm not a hardcore After Effects user, so. All right. Okay, so we should be good to share screens. There we go. So I've got all my photos here. And you know what I realized is that you can't open things by dragging it onto the icon. Windows people, what is the equivalent? Because normally what I would do is I would drag all of these onto my Photoshop icon here, and then it would open them. But that doesn't work. So I don't know what to do here. Just drag them into Photoshop, but won't that just put them on the artboard? Yeah, see? So I can just do one of these numbers, but what if I wanted to open them up in all different documents? Okay, this is gonna be fun. Right click open with. But the right click is the devil. I don't want to do that. Just drag and drop. That is one thing I miss about spending time with an Apple computer. All right, so just kind of going through and checking all these files, making sure that, you know, they're worth saving. So here's this one. So you can see like the cool texture and the cool like grit that comes with this stuff. It's going to be really fun to play with once we invert it. Okay, so there's the one with the serifs or the eye. I didn't catch that. That aperture closed in. I don't like that one. This one's not bad. The aperture, I think we can probably just drag that over from there. Fix that. That one's pretty good. Is that a duplicate? Yeah. Whew, that's looking rough. Let's find the one that works here. How many of you guys had an entry point into design through Photoshop? That was my trajectory. I first found Photoshop through a photography class I was taking in high school. Okay, Chris says drag them onto the top bar of Photoshop where the other files open. All right, hold up. Let's see. I'm gonna try this out. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's great. Okay, I can work with that. I just have to open Photoshop first before I do that. Travis says he got started in web design by slicing up PSDs for websites in high school. Dude, exactly, right? How about everybody else? How did you find design as kind of a passion or a career? What was the path? For me, it was I found Photoshop, and then I went to get an internship at a marketing agency, and I thought it was for marketing, and it turns out it was for design. And the creative, I've told this story like 1,000 times online before, so I'm going kind of fast, but the creative director that was assigned to me to do my interview was like, all right, show me your portfolio. And there I was sitting in my suit and tie and in this like creative agency, just totally out of place. And I was like, what is that? What is a portfolio? And she was like, I like you. I like your work ethic. They must have not had a lot of applicants that day. But she was like, why don't you come back tomorrow with some examples of your work that we can take a look at? And that's it. That's how I got my start in the design world. All right. So I'm going to be duplicating all of these layers. I think if I right click, you're going to miss all that. So I'm going to adjust my window here. Bring this in because I use the right click on this area a lot. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I went away, came back the next day. I stayed up all night, grinded on a whole bunch of different projects, and I came back with a full portfolio. She was like, you did all this last night? And I said, yeah, I want the job. And she gave me the job. I worked there for 4 years or 5 years, something like that. 4 years, I think. Bedford says, I started graphic design college course after school before going into university. Dropped out, fell in love with design, started playing shows in metal bands, and then ultimately fell back into design. Love that. Did the metal stuff actually lead into design for you? Because what I'm finding is that a lot of designers come into design from music, which is really cool. For me, I didn't know it at the time, but I fell in love with logos because of punk rock. Like the punk rock patches were the joy of my high school life. I just didn't know, like, thank you public schools, but I didn't know that design existed as a career. Okay, so we'll go solid color here. Go almost black. Invert. So you can see, you start to see how this is super cool to work with. So just by using levels, we can get a lot of cool stuff going. The trick is to just make it non-pixelated, but you want that contrast. Yeah, right? The whiteboard does it. Like it's funky. I just wish my letters were a little cleaner, but like it does the job. And you can see that pour. Actually, I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna add a layers level so we can adjust this as we're cleaning this thing up. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna go old school and go, where is it? Burn some of this in. Now we can start to adjust the levels so you can see how that kind of helped. Eventually we'll do some crazy selection stuff. Get rid of all that background glow. I don't want to eat too much of the letters, so it's making really fine adjustments to the layers panel, or to the levels. You can see around the D here, still got a lot of that glow, so we'll try and burn some of that in. There we go. Also add some desaturation, kind of take away that blue hue a little bit there. Tone down the lightness just a little bit. All right, so now we can start, like, I like this, but we can make it a little bit cleaner. So we can start cleaning up these letter forms a little bit. Notably, like the word by is way too far over to the right, so we need to center that up and then clean up some things around, like the L. I would pull that into warp. And then just as we notice things, you know, I am totally non-destructive. So if you look, I can take it all the way back to the original, which I have a rasterized copy of. So as we go through these things, just create new layers. So I really enjoy using Liquify to help straighten things out. Let's go ahead and make that reasonable here. So the cool thing about this is that, like, with the Liquify filter, you can move things without losing texture and stuff like that. So I can make these little adjustments to what I've done here. I'm just going through and kind of cleaning everything up. Making the lines just a little bit straighter. Coffee was great, by the way. Thank you. And the trick here is just to pick the right brush size. I'm just doing this with a mouse. Probably want to fill that in with something else here. It's funny because like a lot of the lettering guys probably have like way better ways to do this, but this is the way that I enjoy. So sometimes these slower kind of micro adjustments work out better in the long run because you have a little bit more control. The preview looks blurrier than the actual end result will. Tuck that in a little bit. The word built actually didn't need much tweaking, to be honest. Need to clean up some of this texture a little bit, especially around the edges, but it wasn't terrible. Okay. All right, so you can see, you know, small changes, but they make a pretty big difference. The old one, that's the new one. Okay, so we'll do polygon tool here, select this oval. Just kind of move it over a little bit. Okay, so I'm noticing a couple things. We're gonna have to bring the word built. I think we need to make the L and the T just a little bit bigger to match our height of the B. So if we add some guides here, you can kind of see the difference. I'm old school, man, with the lasso tool. Hey, David. Hello from France. I just spoke with Mr. Cup, who also lives in France. So if you're not following him, he's an awesome designer. You guys should connect, have a coffee. But welcome to the stream. So we'll probably space this out just a little bit. And for this, I'm gonna kind of slice this connection off, so we'll need to fix that. Pull this up a little bit too. I'm just using the transform tool because it's not like we're making anything for print or anything that needs to be analyzed at a pixel level. Pretty clean slice, thank you. Thank you. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you can use the rotate tool and, oh shoot, I don't know where the keyboard shortcut is. Oh, now it's rotate view tool. That's all right. We'll just do a transform. Okay, so this is causing some problems, right? You see the slice in the end there. So I think we'll have to do this in Liquify so that we kind of move things together. So I'll go ahead and undo that. Deselect that, and then we'll duplicate, take things into Liquify again. The scalpel. That's funny. Yeah, this end needed a lot of work. Actually, you know what? I bet you we could do this with perspective. That might be a better fix. So let's go ahead and select the entire end. You guys know about the perspective tool in Photoshop? So you hit transform and then you can do some crazy stuff. So basically we want the end to kind of stay straight all the way up and down. So we can grab this and skew it like that. This, center that up, and then get just a little bit wider on the top. There we go. Okay. All right, so I really like that end of the A. I'm gonna pull that over onto the N. Same thing, go perspective, make that base a little wider, and also make it a little shorter. then we can blend it in. Actually, we'll keep that side. There. So it doesn't look too terribly similar. Okay, I'll call the N done. The H needs some help though. You see like that stroke is really weak. So let's pull something from the T. Oops. We'll start blending these together. And the trick to this is just to mix your sources up, like as you're compositing these things, because you don't want to look like all of your strokes are made from the same texture and stuff like that. There it is. Okay. That feels cool. Still weird edge right here, so we'll pull some other edge. Maybe the U. This looks pretty cool. Ugh, not cut. This used to be my favorite stuff to do, like compositing and stuff. You can tell, like I'm kind of quiet now. It's because I'm like super into it. So I like that strong edge, but what I'm noticing is that we can't really see where to line it up. So I'm just gonna decrease the opacity down a little bit, so that way we can see through it. Let's see where to take this thing. Yeah, that looks about right. Then we can increase the opacity, and to adjust the opacity, you just hit a number. So like if I wanted to set it at 20%, I just set it number at 2, 7, 8, 9, 0, etc. Okay, so let's blend this in here. And then fix this little gap here. We'll just take this piece and make it wider. All right. I'm gonna merge those layers because we've got, you know, a bunch of other stuff here, but take a look at the difference so far. So we've got this piece and then, bam, it's a nice, like, solid, chunky H right there. All right, so I think we need to do some more shifting here because this feels a little bit out of center. Bedford Gaming, thank you for joining. Welcome. Super glad that you're able to join us. All right, I think we need to make this oval just a little bit bigger. And the beautiful thing about like hand-drawn fonts is that like no one knows if you're squishing things or doing anything like that because it's hand-drawn. This bothers me though because it makes the oval seem a little bit off-center. So we're gonna composite that just a little bit. Just a little bit. So if you hit Command J, it makes a new layer of your selection. And then we can go ahead and flip horizontal, flip vertical, and then bring in a little bit of this edge here. Again, we'll turn the opacity down so we can actually see what we're doing back there. Still, after what, 2 years, I am not used to having to hold down Shift so that the items in Photoshop don't scale. Anybody else going through that where they're just like, I know you can turn it off, I know, but I don't want to because I want to be a good Adobe person, but I still struggle with it, dude. Oh God. All right. So we'll take this up to 100% here. So you can see we gave it a nice hard edge there. And then we can start blending things in here. Okay. And then this piece, probably get rid of this with this stamp tool. So we'll just pick a piece here. Nope. We have an intruder. A 2-year-old intruder. Huh? Do you want to say hi? Hi. Okay, that's it. All right, I'm liking that oval better. Seems to fill the space a little bit better. And I think what we do need to do is just work on our alignment here. So I think that hand needs to be moved over a bunch, and then built, we probably need to add some perspective onto this to make the L and the T a little bit more pronounced. Then we can try a different version, which will be fun. Oh, duh. I was dragging the little piece of the oval is on the wrong layer. That's looking kind of good. Let's do our perspective trick on our board built. Probably should clean up that U just a bit. We'll take this, we'll add some perspective. And then anytime you're adding perspective, the thing that you just have to be aware of is that it'll shorten it. So you can see it's kind of condensed here. So you just go back to normal transform. Stretch it back out just a little bit. Yeah, we definitely need to work on that right there. All right. Okay. I don't think we have any other curves that are really nice. Let's go ahead and make the cut. Get our scalpel out. That's mo better. Oh, I'm noticing this T here. I gotta fix this real quick. Just shorten it up just a touch. Okay. So for the U, it is super janky. Let's go ahead and pull this. We really just want that edge to be straight. Let's pull in a guide here, just to be sure. And let's try pulling something from the D for this nice curve. And really, I'm just paying attention to like the edge, because we'll delete like the middle parts of this out. Our perspective trick again. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Right. Pull one more element from the D for the other edge. Okay, and then finally we just need to make this a little nicer. So we'll pull this curve would be over here. So one trick is that I want to like squish it from side to side. So, oh, never mind, it worked. I applied the transformation to get that. Oh, that's weird. Not that part. Layer 9. There we go. So we just want that kind of gentle curve. You can warp this into place. Liquify would be a better tool here, but until we merge layers, we won't be able to see the rest of the composition to kind of match things. So that's why I went with transform instead. So what I'll do is I'll merge layers at this point and kind of go into liquify to clean up that edge. So we'll duplicate that, turn the background off, merge, and then liquify is right up here. So you can see how messy we are without all the other layers. That's cool because, again, nobody's going to be trying to print this on a billboard or anything like that. This is literally the definition of pushing pixels. Okay. I think when we clean up the B here, we'll be all set. Don't know that we'll need compositing aside from this right here. May need it around this curve here. Okay. Let's pull this curve from the D for our B. I'm just erasing that top layer as we go here. Okay, I think we're about there. Maybe we take the L in a little bit and move the T in. What do you think? Merge those layers, liquefy one more thing. We'll kind of bring that the L in a little bit, and then bring the T in just a hair, just a hair. Hey Noah, appreciate you joining as always. Okay, and then finally, that T in just a little bit. I'm happy with that. I don't want to refine it anymore because I love how rough it is. Oh shoot, hold on. Before I say that, let me fix this B real quick. I don't want to refine this, but let me refine it just a little bit. Yeah. Cool. I think I'm good. Very cool. Okay, so that's option one. And let's go ahead and take a look at the before and after. So let's see. So here's the after. There's the before. After. Before. So the dry erase part is really just to nail the texture, get the basic shapes down, and you just kind of refine things. Yeah. All right, I'm going to group this into a version 1. And then we will start piecing together some of our other stuff. So for those of you guys who are new or just joining, thank you, welcome. Right now we are working on a title card for a new YouTube video. It's gonna be a series on the Futures channel. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put together this, where did I find it? Nope, that's not it. It's gonna be a badge shape. I must have not taken a picture of the actual badge, so we'll just go for it. We'll start with the word built. This guy. I'm thinking I like the version with the slabs there. So we'll pull this into our board here and crop everything else out. Oh, we gotta rasterize. I wonder why it's not cutting this out. This is really strange. Oh, that's why. Duh. I had the original still in view. Okay, so we're gonna clean this up and then we're gonna add the shape below it and then add the word hand kind of in a lower arc. So we'll see how this goes. First, I want to set some guides. And I'm just guesstimating. That's about right. Okay. So we'll get everything nice and straight with our perspective tool. Go. Ice Crow, thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll go ahead and invert it. And in version 1, we'll pull in our color fill. So that way we have our inverted, you know, the almost black color. And we'll also add a, where is it? Levels and saturation. So if you want the levels to only apply to a specific layer, all you need to do is hit clipping mask, and then it applies to anything that's below or whatever it's attached to. You can see those arrows there. That's the little trick. And the reason why I like to keep levels as an adjustment layer versus adding actual levels to this piece is because you may want to adjust things over time. So then we've got our saturation, which we can tone down. So that way it's not blue. It shouldn't show anymore. The edge should disappear here. We're going to be selecting our white anyways, so that the edge doesn't really matter at this point. You can still darken things up and stuff, but go ahead and release the clipping mask there so you can kind of see. If we wanted to really make it disappear, we just boop. There it is. All right. Is the T still sitting really far out to the right? I'm curious if it would look off balance if you put it in a square. Are you talking about on version 1? Let's take a look. So we'll hide this. T's are tricky because they have this piece up top. And you know, the main stem here is what visually lines up with your D. So in the past what I've done is just kind of split the difference. So like let's say we wanted to take our T and just kind of like bump it in. If we lined it up with the D there, I feel like this gap is just too much. It almost looks like now the entire composition is weighted more towards the left than the right. So let's get rid of our thing there. So like we take a rule and line that up. It's better when you look at it in a box, but then as soon as you take the guides away, I don't know, I feel like it's too tight. What do you think? Oops. Feel free to disagree. I mean, we're not talking about like principles here or anything like that. I don't think that there's fundamentals in play, but can't decide either. On one hand, it does look good, especially when you make the box grid here. I don't know, as soon as you take it away, it looks kind of weird. So let's create a new layer and then do this for real. Going down for real. So right now the T is hanging just a little bit over. We still have some issues there. Okay, so there's that version. Or that one. What do you guys think? You think that the title looks better? I don't know, maybe I agree. I'll leave it. I'll keep both. All right, so we've got our built here. I'm not going to refine these letters just yet because I really want to start creating the composition first to see if the composition is going to work. So I've got these like colored in shapes here that I need to duplicate up. Rasterize that. And then I'm going to put these on different layers so that I don't carry a lot of the background through. Oops. So the idea with this one is that we have, let's tuck that up there, turn it off real quick, because I think that this shape is going to be the one. That we have this kind of like, I don't know, oval looking thing. And then we've got the word by inside that, and then hand is kind of on an arc. Inspire, yeah, welcome, hello. Okay, good, so we got feedback that the tighter version of version 1 is better. Cool, yeah, I like it. All right, so we've got our word by. So I'm basically duplicating those layers, and you can see here it's a smart object, and we just need to rasterize that because we're going to be slicing and dicing. Pull that in here and invert it. Look at that texture, it's so cool. Like, you can buy that stuff, but why bother? Just make it. Okay, so we'll create a new layer from that. Actually, we're going to need to cut this out of that white shape. So I'm going to use my select tool and select a color range. I'm just going to select a bunch of this here. So I'm just clicking in this space. And I hit OK. So you can see it selected a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just going to make a new layer from my selection, turn that off. So you can see it's a little pixelated, but that's fine because we're going to be decreasing the size. So all I have here is the white. So if I change my background color to like a red or something, and then turn off my saturation thing, you can see that the red bleeds through that texture. So that's the cool part about that. Okay, go back over here. So now we have this white layer, the word by, you can take it, oops, decrease the size, fit it in here, and then invert it one more time. I'm gonna make it a little bit larger than it needs to be. There we go. It's kind of cool. All right, and then we need the word hand. Yeah, I like that. I think that's kind of cool. We obviously have a lot of work to do up here, but let's go and pull. Here's our hand. Here we go. Just want to see if there's any other versions of that. All right, duplicate that layer, bring it all the way up top, rasterize it, and bring it into our version 2. Okay, so each one of these is going to be its own thing, so I'm going to just go ahead and split them out onto layers. I'm just hitting Command J after my selection. Alright, turn the original layer off, so we've got a bunch of that stuff. That kind of looks cool, like little punk rocky letters there. Kind of neat. Alright, so then... Oh, I wish you could invert just a bunch of layers. We should have done that before we sliced everything up. I'm just hitting Command I to invert everything. What are we missing? We're missing the letter N. There we go. All right, so we'll turn these off because I think that the smaller ones are going to be it. Something like this would be pretty cool. We need to reduce the size of the letters. But you know what? I want to do it all together, so the stroke width remains the same. I don't know, might not work. We'll see. This is hand drawn. So the way that we started was on a little whiteboard right there. So all this is just some chicken scratch on a whiteboard. All right, so we can adjust the spacing of these. But I'm thinking we're gonna need to add some arc to them. You know, rotate the letters so that they actually make sense. So let's try that. Oh, you see a palm and fingers? That's cool. dragging some guides down here so I can kind of line them up. That D needs to be just a little bit taller than the H. I don't know if this is the right call, but it's definitely cool. I really like this part. Not so hot on that part. On the top, built. Maybe if we pull... I have an idea. I'm wondering if we pull the built from version 1. Up here. Let's mask out everything except the word built to see if that'll fit. Anybody know the keyboard shortcut for mask? I have forgotten. I'm gonna lock that layer so that I can just do this, John, and select them. Just duplicated that little circle so that like maybe we can get some more symmetry going. Addison, thank you. Appreciate that. So I'm gonna adjust the levels of this guy. See if I can fill in. Yeah, see. Fill in a little bit more of the letters. Simply by making it just a little bit brighter. Taking those midtones and lightening them up just a little bit. And then you can see the glow here, so we'll just burn that. Burn. That's kind of cool. It feels really heavy over here though. Ran by Hand by John Contino. I have that book somewhere. It's packed away, but yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah. I love that. His work is amazing. Like this guy, like squad goals. I just want to like hang out in his office and chill with John Contino. Like, that would be so cool. Look at this. This stuff is amazing. Just amazing. Love it. Ooh, that stepped text is awesome. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. What do you guys think? Version 2? Version 1? Version 2? Version 1? What do you think? They're both super rough, which I actually really like. It looks like I and on number 2. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. It does look like I. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, to be honest, version 1. This was fun to try, but I was just like, you know, I don't know if it'll come together. It's cool, but it just feels really top heavy, and the hierarchy is really strange because the word built and the word hand are kind of supposed to have the same weight, which they do in this. I think I'm happy with this, and we can always refine it. Maybe I'll call a manual and be like, hey, take a look at the terrible thing that I did. Can you letter me something actually good? Maybe he can come to the rescue. So I think I'll brighten it up just a little bit, get rid of some of the contrast in the texture. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and save this out for the web. And then bring it back in, lighten it up just a little bit. So we can just lighten the black up just a bit. Cool. Can we try number 2's buy in the number 1 layout? Yeah, let's try it. All right, so let's go ahead and duplicate version 1. So we'll do version 3. And then what we'll do is we'll pull, let's see. Version 2, let's find our circle. I think these 3 layers are the circle. Yeah, so here's the circle, and then this is the word buy. So I'll duplicate those layers, bring them all the way up top, and throw them in version 3. I just totally lost what I was looking for there. That was crazy. All right, so now we've got our levels right. Thinking I'm gonna like this better. You're totally right. This is a great call. I think I just need to flatten the oval just a little bit. And because we kept our layers separate, we can do that. Oh, that looks great, doesn't it? Great idea. So much better, right? Thicken them up a little bit. Yep. That's it. That's what we needed right there. I just want to make one final tweak to the L to kind of get it to match that. Oops. Look at this hot mess. Ooh, boy. See if that worked there. A little bit. Let's try the warp. That way we can see it in context with the oval there. It's not as elegant as Liquify, but gets the job done. Addison, I think this is going to be your claim to fame. I do not like what that warp did to the texture there. Clean up our mask here. There we go. Just need to burn this out. There we go. That's cool. I mean, it's only going to be on screen for like 2 seconds, so we should probably, as far as like time and effort and outcome, I think that this is definitely good enough, but I kind of like it. Nice. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. Let's go back to just chatting. I think we just burned through the entire playlist, which I don't think we've ever done before on stream, so nice. And it's 2 o'clock my time. Listen, guys, thanks for joining. Great idea, Addison, to bring in the version 2 buy. Let's just kind of go over. Let's take a look at the process real quick. First, we started with a whiteboard. That was kind of cool, kind of fun. And then we took photos of said whiteboard, and the pictures came out like so. And then version 1 kind of came together like that, and you can see from where we started with the inversion to where we ended on version 1. Then we did version 2. And version 2 was kind of a no-go, but the thing that we all liked was the buy inside of the solid circle. So Addison had the great idea of combining the two, and then we got this. So pretty cool, right? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna win any lettering awards, but like, dude, it works. It will be. I think that this is the one we're gonna go with. So yeah. Hope you guys like the stream. Again, this is not something I do all the time. Literally, the only time that I've done this in the past with this, the whiteboard technique, was for any of my YouTube videos when I needed to do like a title card. I would just, in my handwriting, write it out real quick, snap a picture, invert it, throw it on a video. But I've never tried to actually make like a composition or anything like that. So that was fun. That was like a nice little arts and crafts way to start your Thursday, right? This is one area the iPad is becoming amazing. Absolutely, but I will say, the texture that you get from this cannot be replicated. I really honestly don't think that you can replicate physical ink textures, even with the best brushes and the best texture packs. I just don't think you can get that like grittiness that you know, a cell phone picture of a whiteboard will get you. So, all right, guys. Oh my God, I went this entire time without saving this file, y'all. Whew. That's stressful. Shame. This is why I need you guys. I need you guys to like call me on this stuff. Like, hey dude, you haven't saved the file yet. You know how many times my computer has crashed due to the stream? You know this. It's all good, we're saved now. All right, I think let's go find somebody to raid. So for those of you guys who are left on Twitch, we're gonna find somebody to go and hang out with. Obviously, A is our raid E of choice, but just to make sure that there's nobody else in this space that's streaming. If you are streaming, if you wanna share your process, I would absolutely recommend it. And if you do it near my stream, I will absolutely raid you. I'm not seeing anybody. Hold on a second. Let me get to art. You guys on Twitch, have you noticed that the hot tub streams have decreased? There are fewer of them. It's kind of interesting. Was there a policy that came through on Twitch? It's actually kind of nice because it was a little annoying. They're just all over the place. And I much prefer to use the space for talented people. All right. I'm not seeing anybody else, so we are going to go raid A. They got moved to their own category? There was a massive crackdown. Interesting. Okay. That's good, though. I'm glad that happened because, you know, people that are sharing their craft, people that are doing art, people that are building stuff, like keyboard streams, like even video gamers, you know, some of the gaming channels, like I could see watching with my kids. But as soon as you log in, if you're immediately greeted with just, you know, 100 freaking hot tub streams, it's not that great. Not a wonderful experience. The future hot tub stream, imagine that one. Only if we can do it with Josh. Me and Josh from the Hamilton's Family Brewery in a hot tub. Yeah, that's the way we got to go. All right, let's go ahead and raid A. I am going to set this up real quick. For those of you guys who are still hanging out on YouTube, thank you. You're not going to be able to come with us. I would recommend heading over to Twitch because I am soon going to be turning off live streaming on YouTube and focusing on Twitch and reserving the YouTube channel for pre-recorded content. So, a beer-filled hot tub? What? Oh boy. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would wear a wetsuit. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Next stream is going to be Tuesday. It's going to be a good one. We're going to do some fun stuff with the Style Guide Kit. I think that's when Radis and I will be live together. So I'm super stoked for that. Enjoy A's stream. Show him some love. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Notification. Yeah. I wanted to do that, Nishit, but I still use... hi, Ben. I still use... What is it called? I forgot. I still use Messenger. Yeah. Still use Messenger, so I kind of need to keep it. Ben, how was the stream? How are you? Did you